This was
Just curious.
Where'd it go?
Gotta fix rock.
It's got a Ryzen 5 5600X, a 3060,
Jeez.
and 16 gigs of RAM, and it was $999.
I told
stream? That's better than anything G's got, right?
That's what I said. That's exactly what I told Duke. Although I think my CPU is better because I have a Ryzen 7.
Okay. Did you get the 58?
57.
Okay.
What's your video card on your current PC? Duke?
16
3080 Ti.
Yeah.
You're going to a 3060?
No, he's not going to one.
No, so he's going to be connecting his beef PC to his hamburger PC.
Yes.
And he's streaming based off that.
Okay, so yeah, you are taking advice from G. Or I guess not advice, but you're following in his footsteps.
Listen, I'm doing we both have long ago acknowledged that we're horrible influences for
It's
each
very
other.
bad. The amount of money Duke has influenced me to spend this year.
This is my favorite thing to do with my friends. We literally have a game. It's called the Airport Tie game.
I'm just glad that I do not succumb to these
Well, you don't get the messages like the one I got. You didn't get I got I was sent a video that simply was, watch this.
It's called the Airport Tie game. I've been playing it with my friend Jim, who some of you guys know.
God.
For
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Now. And the entire purpose of the game is to get your friends to spend money on things that they don't need.
I do that enough on my own. I don't need your help.
Right. That's we all do. And so now the goal is to make it worse. I just got Jim to buy a $300 stroller.
What? Why?
He could convert it into.
Please tell me he doesn't have a child.
He has two, but they're not for strollers. They're older.
Oh my
so
God.
that he could convert it into a thing that we could use to push our shotguns and ammo around the sporting clays course.
Of course.
Christ.
What an investment.
Of course.
He bought it. He sent me pictures of the fabrication of the modifications he's doing.
Oh my gosh. That's wild.
The easy way to get around that is just don't have money to spend on things. That's the easiest way for me to get around it.
There is that.
Wow.
I'm selective about who I play the Airport Tie game on. I don't want to put anybody in an imposition.
G's kids just like, are we a joke to you?
My children they're doing all right.
I'll say the only time I did this was when I sent a picture and Duke was like, you have a toy that I don't have.
Oh,
What
yeah. And
is
then I
it?"
bought the Stream Deck the next day.
Oh yeah, and guess what happened, JD? He sent me a
also bought
text
it.
message very shortly after. Actually, he was an evangelist. He sent me multiple messages about the Stream Deck. He would not shut up about it.
be fair,
the
it's
reality is it
fantastic.
is one of the greatest pieces of technology that I've ever bought.
So much so, he's buying a second one.
Well, that's because I have to.
That's not surprising whatsoever.
Well, he has two PCs now, so he needs a
Exactly.
second one.
One can't be connected to more than one PC.
I'm actually surprised that you haven't set up a second camera, and then that way you could stream in 3D.
Just
Well, we haven't thought of it until just now.
shut your goddamn mouth.
Rock's getting in on the game now too.
I Airport Tie gamed myself into this camera. So
It's true. Well, actually, I think I had a hand in that.
you did. Yeah, you did. Because
So,
I saw it,
how-
and I'm like, I have this old camera laying around.
Yeah, how I win
That
the
shit looks way
actually
better than my webcam, and then I went and bought a camera.
actually how I win the Airport Tie game is I just have stuff already that's just lying around.
It's a bummer for me.
Okay, so do you done?
Everybody but Doc is done, so go ahead.
Well, that's good enough.
Doc's the one who's just done with this conversation and wants to get playing.
Where did
I saw that look, Doc, like 5 minutes ago. All right.
Well, you know how I sit. Well, never mind. Go ahead.
Why are you sitting here 20 minutes waiting for us?
What time does the 9 o'clock D&D session start?
All 9:30 raids begin at 9:55.
Yeah.
That's not uncommon. That's exactly how my other group plays too. So, all right. Last week on our do we have? Oh yeah, Emperor's Reprisal. You guys encountered the Azul Patrol out in the coming out of the forest. You got asked a bunch of questions. What would, I think you did convince them that you were rolling around a red rock. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's
A
what we'll
large
go
red
with.
rock.
But
That's my exercise routine.
yeah, it was not enough, and so swords were drawn. You guys eventually took them down, though it would take a lot of efforts. Did you ended up dying, right?
I went
Baron
down twice. I didn't
went down
die.
a couple times. Yeah, Baron went down a couple times, came back up a couple
Saw the
times.
pearly gates.
You did chase off a couple of them. Chased most of them down. One did get away, and then I believe you drug them all back, and that is where we ended.
That one's gonna really bite us in the arse.
Well,
Yep.
Is what it is.
yeah.
And then we have so these homeboys are all tied up, right?
I believe you tied them up. Yeah,
I think we did too.
yeah. We'll just say you did.
Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds like something we would do.
Oh yeah,
You
we
got, like, a
100%
20
did.
on it or something, right? Isn't it like a super good?
That
roll?
we did that with the Dragon Egg group. I don't know what we did. With this group.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So what's our plan when we come across another one of these patrols? Are we
No,
just
no,
all-
we already decided we were going to dress
gonna
in
steal
their
the armor.
liver.
Well, right,
Liver?
but
How does it? What is
Livery?
it? Livery. Thank you.
Livery.
it stands to reason. Were these all humans in the patrol?
Yes.
Close enough.
Stands to reason that a goblin, a rabbit, and a fairy probably aren't exactly
Well,
standard soldiers.
the
Isn't
good
that
news is
old?
the magical armor that I put on. Thanks for that,
No,
by the
but
way,
you're a
Rock.
fairy.
Shrank to fit me.
You're a fairy, though.
Yeah, but I have the device of a captain of the guard. They're not going to question me much.
Well, so
Yeah, that's definitely not a leap at all.
so Doc, the other thought was we give the armor to Ash to wear to escort us through town. I
Eh,
think I'd mentioned that right as we were closing out the game last week.
Yes, I remember that. And also,
Just temporarily, of course.
hold on. I have
Uh,
to check something
Don't
out.
forget about all your guys' loot that you got too.
Yep.
You
Yep,
guys
we
have
got the 200 gold. We already split that, 50 apiece. And then there was the fan, the potion, and the ring. And I've got all of those currently.
Okay.
I don't remember if I wrote them down on my character sheet, but I'll add
What's
them
our
now.
actual, like, are we trying to go see what happened with Belton? Are we trying to go save Vinny? Are we playing this fence and maybe we're just seeing whoever's going to give us the best shot at whatever we're wanting? Like, what's our like? Obviously, we're going to come across more patrols, but like, what's our purpose going into Belton? What are we looking for? Since our benefactor is
Weren't
probably
we,
imprisoned.
I mean, I don't necessarily know that this has to happen in Belton, but we're primarily trying to find some way to research how to hatch the egg, right?
That is definitely Scrug's priority. Yes.
I mean, I feel like it kind of has to be all of ours simply because we invested so much time and effort into getting the effing thing.
it was only
there's
one.
no sunk cost fallacy in D&D. That's for sure.
And also, our employer is probably dead.
He's a resourceful dude.
Maybe.
Maybe he's got some hideaways or something.
Brock, if you killed...
I mean, he would be extremely grateful to us if we did bust him out of Ozul, or I guess Belton.
Belton Con Ozul or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we have to go to there,
Okay.
but that's my
Just play it
opinion.
by ear.
What about the other two?
I mean, I'd like to go to the town, but
And then we can have me faking it. Now, the good news is, I think I'm a charlatan, which means that I can use a fake identity to pass off as one of those nerds even more.
Ooh, That's very helpful.
That is handy.
Baron's not particularly enthused with the idea of ever taking this armor off. Just wanna.
Well, have you spent 10 minutes to put it on?
Yeah, I have already put it on.
He's like, yes, that I definitely have. Yes.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take it off at like night to like sleep.
Well, I mean, okay, if you want to be pedantic about it, sure. Let me be more accurate. He's not thrilled with the idea of someone else putting it on.
There you go. Okay.
You
have to
literally put on warm armor.
I cleaned it.
Just saying, it was still warm when you grabbed it. Like, come on now.
I'm not sure what you're implying here.
You act like, oh, I can't imagine someone wearing my
That's
armor.
not what I said. I said he doesn't want to lend it. It's not something you lend one's armor. It's your armor.
Right, but you just stole it off someone.
Well, that's because it's mine now.
Hey, Baron, how about you get your head out of your butt and give it to Ash, okay? Who stands the best chance of getting in Belton without causing a ruckus?
I
You,
will.
little twinkle toes, or the guy that actually looks like a real person?
You're the
points.
reason
Number
we're even
one.
in this mess. I don't want to hear from you.
2 points. Number one.
That's not the right
Last
voice.
back.
Actually, that's not the right voice.
That was not the Jigsaw voice.
You're
number
the
two, I
reason
kinda
we're even
feel-
in this mess.
That's
I don't
it.
want to hear from you.
I kind of feel where Baron's coming from because, like, I get like that about like a car in about 10 seconds. I'm like, nobody's ever driving this motherfucker but me. Baron, here's the deal. I mean, look at me. I don't want to wear this armor. I will give it back to you.
Just remember, you guys are like almost a full day's travel away from the town.
Yeah, but we know what happens if we don't have these conversations well in advance.
Yeah, that's true.
Do a persuasion check for me. If Scruggs says
I mean-
anything, it will be at disadvantage.
Well, I guess like what's Baron's concern?
It's his armor. He wants it.
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay, but it's like
I
now you're
barely
concerned that,
barely
like,
know
you're
you
not-
people. I'm just gonna hand you my stuff.
How badly do you love that armor?
I mean, you make some tactical
You-
points that Baron can appreciate, so reluctantly, he agrees to lend his armor in the case of this specific instance.
All right. You hang on to it till we get a little closer to town.
I was gonna say, Rock, we would know how like armor proficiencies work, right? Like whether you can effectively use armor or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause like
I mean, you
Ash
can,
wouldn't
just
be
because-
able to like effectively use it anyway, right?
Right, so he
right,
can
so
wear
he
it?
can still wear it, right? But I'm saying he can't use it. Therefore, Baron shouldn't have any concern that he would take something.
JD,
else
you're
to
completely
use.
missing the point.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was asking.
It's
Seems like
not
a
whether or
silly
not he
thing.
can use it.
Yes, but everything Baron does is silly.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
How many arrows are sticking out of you right now, Baron?
Do you want one?
Okay. It's settled. You're going to loan me the armor when we get closer to town. We're not there right now. Just hang on to it.
Okay, so how do we loosely tie up our hands so we can break free when we want to, but it looks like you're taking us in? Because the problem is I still have to push an egg a whole day's travel.
Well, did we
He
want
does.
to go that route, or
I guess I don't know that I'm convinced that it's the best look for us to be walking you in as prisoners.
Okay.
right? So I'm
Um,
thinking you could
just-
just like be escorting us in here because we
Right.
were given a choice, right? Like
real
we didn't
quick.
have paper, we could go in.
Real quick, just you guys know that the approach to Belton is pretty wide open. There's no like trees or cover or anything. So if you will be approaching, you're going to be seen from pretty far away. That kind of thing.
You're giving us, yeah, that's a good idea. You're taking us in to get our paperwork checked that we don't have. That's a better plan than probably prisoners.
Yeah.
So
So
what if like somebody at the
hopefully-
gates is like, well, let me see their paperwork.
Papers?
We didn't find any paperwork on them, right?
No, they had
From the
nothing.
captain. Okay.
Do we really
could
have to go back? Hold on.
interrogate
Can I
them
ask this question?
about-
Do we have to go back to Belton?
No, that's what I'm saying. We don't have to.
Are there other like hub cities that we could potentially trek to like that would have a library or something we could go research that you definitely have made?
There
Right.
is Galt, and there is Halstead, right? That's the name of that one, Halstead.
Yeah.
And then now you know of an Azul city
Up in the north,
up in the north, but none of you know where it's at exactly.
right?
Sure. So no, there's Belton.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know how far that Azul. town
Why?
is.
Why do we have to go to a city?
We need
To
some
figure out
kind
how
of
to hatch the egg.
research place to learn about the egg.
Baron just wants to hang out in the forest.
And also, let me just throw out there that we kind of need to get back to Belton to figure out WTF is going on.
Well, are we? Yeah, the city was on fire or something of the like. And are we
So
getting-
can I-
interrogate these homeboys
We could.
and ask them what's happened?
Well, I suggest we do that for sure. And then
Information is good. Yeah,
I would
good
make a
call.
further suggestion that we let Ash do what Ash does best and sneak into Belton, and none of us go in.
Splitting the party. I love
But
it.
the problem is
mean,
you just heard Rock say how wide open it is.
If we can,
You go
somehow
in.
hide in the wide
You go in
open-
the dead of night.
So
I think you could BS your way in too, though. Like not even just sneak, just skill monkey your way in and do your thing. If this is
I-
totally on you, but
it needs
I would be okay with it.
it needs more information.
Sure. Well, let's interrogate and then we can discuss next steps because that might
So-
change.
I guess are we done with these dudes?
These chuckle fucks.
Like, can
can
we say
talk
that
to
we're
them.
having these conversations while we're moving?
No, I think we're.
I think we're about to
gonna
interrogate them.
interrogate them.
Oh,
Yeah.
are we? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we actually wanted to or not.
I think we need to.
Yeah, I agree.
Personal opinion.
All right, let's do it then.
Who are you
Do
going
we
to
who do we want to talk to? The leader?
Yes,
No. Start with one of the peons first,
the peons.
and then do the leader.
Who's going to be our chief interrogator?
I'll volunteer. Unless that's metagaming.
I think that how about we do it
You
as
guys,
a
you
team?
guys are aware of how like skilled each of you are in like certain things. So like.
well,
you
I'm
know
not.
that,
I'm not aware of how skilled I am. So let me.
That's the problem.
character in like in game. You guys kind of know that like say.
Oh yeah, I
Ash is
definitely
better
want to
than
be
Paul.
interrogating.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, and I think like maybe if we duo it,
Yes.
little good cop, bad cop.
I think we've done this before at a previous
I
life.
wouldn't consider
we
that
have.
metagaming at all.
Yeah, so let's duo it.
Okay, are you bad cop or am I bad cop?
We're gonna figure that out.
I
aren't
think
we?
You're both bad.
I think we're both
Bad cop, bad cop.
Bad cop, bad cop. The rare but effective bad
No,
cop,
Ash is
bad
not,
cop.
Ash is not bad. He just is. Yeah, no.
I think I would be bad cop, 100%.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Aren't
All right, we'll just find out. We don't have to
Do it
decide.
live.
Do it live. Yeah,
we? Which peon are we starting with?
you can pick.
Start with the one that beat up Goal.
I was just getting ready to say, like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
do we have one that we particularly hate?
I have one that I particularly hate.
Okay, that's the one we're gonna start with. The one that injured Goal.
Yeah, that one. That motherfucker.
I don't know which one that was, but
I don't either.
Right, but we'll just pretend that's the one we're talking to.
Yep. I track.
Okay, so he is tied up, right?
Yep.
And
And
we're
they're
just
all unconscious.
drop a little splash, a little water on his face to wake him up.
Baron just slaps him across the face.
He
You did-
he slowly like kind of goes back and forth a little bit. His eyes are still like half shut, but you can see he's kind of slowly coming to conscious.
You need to do that medieval thing where you like take the pair of gloves in your hand and then
Well, that's what I was trying to say, except with my hand.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith up in this.
Little tiny fairy hand.
okay, so he
I
is
can enlarge the hand.
coming around.
Yeah, he's slowly coming around.
So Ash is gonna lean down pretty close to him and like get in his face and be like, Well, well. How the turntables.
Inspiration. You give him inspiration right this second.
I mean, really? I don't know.
So he kind of looks at you, kind of tilts his head a little bit. Huh? And so you can still tell he's still out of it a little bit.
What do you do to wake somebody up more?
Baron, I really don't know what I have.
Have you seen those videos, like in fighting rings, where they literally just start jaying the dude off?
They start what?
I'm not even. They literally. That's how they get him to wake up. They.
Can we
play
get
with his manhood.
a temporary?
Okay,
character
I
in
wasn't
here
sure. I
named
heard you
Doc?
first. I heard you right the
Give him
first
a
time.
brown thumb. That'll wake him up.
Baron is not going to do that. But what he will do.
Baron's not a team player, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, I'm a team player, but that's beyond
For
the
the
pale.
other team, right?
It's beyond the pale. Okay, so Baron will. I don't have a dagger in my inventory, but can we pretend I have one just for a second?
I mean, Ash has daggers you can borrow.
I have an extra.
Baron holds his hand out and says to Ash,
Can I borrow your dagger?
You may borrow it.
Baron takes a dagger and inserts the tip into Homeboy's ear.
His ear.
His ear.
Kinky.
Okay. See how he
He's
reacts.
gonna and then you're just gonna impale
Okay,
him.
so he kind of like twitches a little bit, wakes up, but he's not like really caring too much about that. But he's like kind of like looking at you with the side of his eyes, like, "What the shit you doing?"
Are we awake now?
I am.
You're gonna answer my friend's questions.
And why should I do that?
I push the dagger just a little further into his ear.
He kind of grimaces a little bit and says, "You're gonna kill me anyway."
No, I'm not.
With a little laugh.
No, I'm not.
Roll either a deception or a persuasion on that.
It's not deception if we don't necessarily.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Okay, then roll persuasion. Okay. He kind of like looks at you a little bit like, "What do you want to know?"
I gesture to Ash.
Well, first, what happened in as much detail as you can muster in Belton?
We were sent to go take control of Belton.
Wow, what a staggering amount of detail.
My platoon was sent down. I was given orders and I follow orders.
Okay, and what happened in the process of you taking control of Belton?
That didn't take very long. We pretty much just walked in and took it.
They didn't put up any resistance?
Depends on what you define as resistance.
How many people died?
It's a large city. I have no idea.
All right.
Why?
What
I was
happened?
gonna say, why did they? Like, why were they told to come take Belton?
I follow orders. I don't know.
That's what I figured. What
We'll
happened?
Just kick the captain for that one.
What happened to? Or do you know what happened to Vinny and/or Torvar?
And Yarrow.
Swear to God, if you killed Torvar.
Or Yarrow.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Great. Earlier, when we ran into you, you asked us for our papers. You don't have any papers. What were you expecting to see from us?
Members of the Azul army don't need adventurer papers. And he scoffs at you a little bit.
I like jostle the knife slightly in his ear.
I'm like, Rock, have we heard of adventurers papers?
Yeah.
Like,
Nope.
Oh, otherwise, okay. I didn't
Yeah,
think
so I'm just getting ready to dig into that. What is it? What does adventurer's paper look like?
It's official papers to mark you guys as adventurers.
No
And where do they
shit.
come from?
The Adventurers League.
I thought you were gonna say Adventurers Guild.
That's what I was
But
expecting.
I'm like, I gotta come up with a different name for that.
Yeah.
The
Classic.
The League of Adventurers. Yes, indeed.
Okay. And
Dome
like,
didn't have one of those.
what is it? What is it like? What does it take to get your adventurer's papers?
You just have to register for it.
That's it. That's easy.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a way to get into Belton without being seen that you know of?
I have no idea. I've never tried to sneak into a city.
I never said you did, but you've guarded it.
I don't guard the city.
You've never guarded Belton for even one shift.
Nope. We are the patrol.
Maybe we should kill this guy. He's fucking useless.
What condition, what state is the city in? Like, is it ransacked? Is it, we saw smoke.
The Ozul army has easily taken over and taken control of the city. There's no issues anymore.
This fucking guy.
Well, I think we've learned all we can from this guy.
Ash is going to turn around exasperated and look at both Scrug and Aklon and just be like, this fucking guy, I don't know.
As-
Can you tell us what we need to know?
As
Everybody
well,
is.
as Ash turns
Scrub wasn't part of this
around, Baron
conversation.
starts like punching him in the face.
Jesus Christ, man.
Punching. Not like I'm trying to kill him, more like
you
I'm
forget that he's like
He has like
basically at one
He
health.
has like a
right?
health.
Oh, yeah,
it's
like,
non-lethal.
Okay. So like,
Okay, but you
hard
hit
slap.
him once and immediately knock him out
His
again.
brain is mush.
yeah. So as soon as you hit him, then he goes unconscious. Again.
That's fine.
Well, there goes my insult.
Did we learn anything useful?
Not really.
Learned Baron's
Nothing.
got a shorter temper than expected.
Nothing that I couldn't have guessed already. Baron, what the fuck?
He wasn't giving us anything. Plus, he heard Cole. Let's talk to the main man.
You got to learn to control yourself, homeboy.
Oh, I'm under control. He had it coming.
Ask him how many other patrols are out here.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
now we have to wake somebody else up,
Well, we were going to anyway.
I guess. Is it time to wake up the main man?
I mean, how many goons do we need to interview?
Probably no more.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna try to wake up the main man.
So you do the same. You splash him with water, and he comes right away.
I do not slap him. We're not doing exactly the same thing.
Okay.
No slapping, no dagger. So far.
So Ash is just gonna stand over him with his arms crossed, kind of looking down at him, and
No slap.
be like-
Baron's gonna stand to the left of Ash, looking at him.
and just look down at him and be like, "Greetings."
He just stares at you.
Interested in a little conversation, or should we just leave you here?
Some tit for tat. Some quid pro quo.
He continues to stare at you, blank face.
On the charm.
Just really, I only have a couple questions for you. And I'll start with, why were you sent to Belton in the first place?
Continues
Nothing.
to stare at you. Nothing.
This fucking guy.
Hey, is he saying anything?
He's not
Scrub
saying
calls him.
anything.
Tell him you'll kill his men if he doesn't talk.
Does Scrug actually stutter during all of that?
Yeah, sure, why not? He's a ways back. He doesn't really know what's going on, but
I love that.
You can either talk to us, or you can watch all of your men die. Which one's it going to be?
He kind of gives you a little chuckle. All members of the Ozul army are prepared to die.
I knew that was coming.
I'm
Real hard nose here.
Are you prepared to watch them die when you could have saved them?
Stares at you.
Let's start taking fingernails.
Man, this really is Jigsaw.
Fingernails start with the balls.
Fuck.
Scrug is willing to be a team player.
He's still like he's like 10 feet back now, so he's a little closer now. He's invested. But
when
he's still not, like, in the bubble.
when Scrug says that, Baron just kind of goes, "Huh, yeah, yeah."
Turn into a giant and crush him.
One way or another, I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say we're not getting anything out of this guy.
Well, I mean,
So,
I would love to do some sort of check to see if we could get something out of him.
Be my guest.
You haven't really said anything, so.
Well, we did, and he didn't respond. I was hoping for.
He's talking about you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
me?
haven't said
Yeah, but
anything.
I thought there was an opportunity for a check out of Ash. It doesn't seem like there is an opportunity to do anything.
I mean, if he wants to try and persuade him, he can definitely try and persuade
I
him.
thought that's what Ash was doing.
It was more intimidation.
Well, same.
was
I mean, there's a thin
Maybe
line
it was deception.
between those three things.
Well, what do you want to roll then, Ash? Do you want to do persuasion, deception, intimidation? You pick.
I would like to do the one that's the highest. Deception.
Deception. Okay. So what are you deceiving?
I'm trying to
I mean,
convince him that we're deadly serious about killing his men.
aren't we?
You're not serious then?
I don't really intend to kill him.
Okay.
Okay.
Baron's ready.
I mean, if it's necessary, it's not like I'm raring to do it, but yeah.
It was like a quarter bluffing.
You want-
Oh God,
Oh gosh.
he's not gonna believe me.
Yeah.
Bad news, everybody.
Oh
Okay,
man.
hold on. My kid just woke up. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I don't need you to say yes or no to that.
Well, I feel like intimidation was the route there because I could have given you
I mean,
advantage.
the problem is they're both the same thing. Actually, intimidation is worse for me.
Let's go look. Why don't you eat mommy?
It's literally a +5.
Yeah. I don't know. If he's not gonna talk, then like, what's the plan?
I was gonna say I don't while he's gone, I don't think these dudes are gonna. At least this guy's gonna talk.
So what's their long-term plan for them?
That's what we have to discuss now, isn't it?
Why don't we discuss it in earshot of homeboy?
Gonna knock him back out.
I need to check Scrug's alignment real quick.
Yeah, right. I was doing the same
I know I
thing.
had to go back and look at some Ash stuff to figure out
Because
what
I have
would
a
do here.
feeling killing them one by one in front of them would be quite successful, but Scrug wouldn't suggest that, unfortunately.
Ash doesn't care, right? Like I don't think he doesn't really want to, but that's what has to happen.
That's
what
kind of
has
where
to happen.
Scrug's at, but that's a pretty brutal thing. So
We need one person who's willing to go that far, and I think all of us are okay with it, but like not exactly. I say all of us. I don't know.
think that's
I don't know where
Ash probably wouldn't do
Aklon
it
stands.
himself, but he
I'll
wouldn't
say
stop
Aklon's
somebody.
just true neutral.
Wow, how many neutral characters do we have here?
This might be just like the neutral short squad.
The neutral short
we,
squad.
we can
Ash,
we can do a lot
featuring-
more without killing,
featuring
though, right?
Ash.
Like, we
Featuring
haven't even
Ash.
tried to take an ear. We haven't tried to take a toe or some fingers yet.
I mean, yeah, all that's true.
I did say let's start taking some fingernails,
Some fingy nails.
some fingies,
Let's
or just to commit some more crimes.
Your deception was 9.
Yeah, I don't think you even need to bother, but go right ahead.
Yeah, no, he doesn't believe you.
Okay, well, it
Is-
might
is-
end up
is
sucking
seriously
for
the-
him.
Is seriously the entire group neutral?
Well,
Yes,
I'm neutral good.
So, 'cause,
I'm chaotic neutral.
good. Okay, so he just stares at you, kind of not giving you anything.
Ash just throws his hands up in the air and vaguely motions to the guy, like, "You gonna this fucking guy."
He says, I notice one of my patrol is not here.
Baron looks around. He
Yeah,
he is here.
overshot.
Oh, sorry, Volk killed him.
Bulk
Point over
killed
to
and
my
ate
little
him.
dragon.
Yeah.
If you would have killed one, he would have killed all of us, and I see that's not the case. So I'm pretty sure he escaped.
We haven't killed all of you yet. Obviously, we want information
You got a
first.
little smirk.
So yeah, we could have just told him that we hit him with a spell and he's dead. We've already
This
hit him
guy's now
body.
actually angering me.
Did you hear what I said, Rock?
Oh no, what was it?
We haven't killed any of you yet. Obviously, we want information before we do that.
If you haven't killed anyone, bring the last one in.
Oh,
thought
well,
he said
we
haven't
killed
all
him
of you.
because he was too far away for us to
Yeah, he
catch.
said we haven't killed all of you yet.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
think.
Listen to the detail, my guy.
Well, it's a little hard when your voice is like
Yeah.
90% robot.
So you've murdered Ozul.
Murder.
Not murder when it's
It's
in the heat of
combat.
battle. You attacked us.
Self-defense. You guys pulled your weapons first.
Yeah.
Just stares at you.
All right. I guess we do this the hard
I'm
way.
kinda tired of talking, and I haven't even been here. Can we start cutting things off of him yet?
Well, I
Is that
thought
a
Jash
gesture
isn't
for
going to do
Volk
it.
to start? Or not Volk.
Just tell
Whoever,
Volk to
someone go ahead and start
bite
cutting
him.
things off. Volk will circle around the outside. Or around the outside, just, a little baby circle around.
So
the captain.
I would love to, but I'm afraid I have enough of my alignment. I don't think I can and still be true to my alignment.
You good?
I'm neutral good.
Okay, so yeah, definitely can't do that then.
No.
Yeah.
Play anything like a neutral.
Yeah,
good
you're
character.
so far.
What are you
from that,
talking about?
Sure?
He's a Baron.
Yes.
Baron is a jaded soldier who still has some morality, but has seen some shit.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Baron's done anything that's like not
Yeah.
not good yet.
Okay. You're gonna be policing my alignment.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be
If you
policing
can
your
play
alignment.
around.
If you aren't chaotic enough, I'm gonna be coming after your ass.
No, I mean not like chaotic and lawful and stuff, but like good and neutral and evil. Like those are definitely alignments that can shift.
Yeah.
All right,
Ah.
someone help me take his boot off. Volk will take a toe.
Volk's just gonna take a toe.
Volk kind of
This
perks
is
up a little
this
bit.
is
Best
this is the
character
low
ever.
rent dragon. I'm sorry, Game of Thrones intimidation.
Scrug is amazing.
Takes the slow process of like the whole, because he was in some beefy armor, so get whatever straps need to get undone. To pull
Well,
off
we already
the
took the armor
Yeah,
off him.
he's already in his underwear.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Oh man.
All right, what do you a little appetizer, pinky toe, or you want to start with the big one?
What is Rolk's response to Volk's response to that?
He looks at Scrug. Take the whole thing.
You gonna call his? Are you gonna call his bluff? All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
right.
insight. See
What
if he-
happens
Hey, Volk,
now,
you can take
bitch?
two.
Volk's gonna chomp off 2 of his toes.
That wasn't very good.
I want to insight that as well.
If I need to specify like non-lethal, I will, because I'm also going to cast Good Berry in my hand, which is 10 berries that also restore 1 health.
Oh,
And the
wait.
intent here is to feed a berry.
On
bring him back
on
to
that
life.
note, side thing real quick, Doc. I don't think you were here last week. I think you had already jumped off. We were talking about how we could heal Goal. Goodberry is one of the ways we can do that because we don't. He's a construct, so we can't heal him otherwise. So
Good to know.
Goodberry is like one of the only ways.
More,
I think, that
more,
at
more
the
to come.
moment
More to come
this
on that front.
group
I have some.
can heal Goal at the moment. So
Baron has words he needs to exchange with Scrug at a later date on that topic.
yes,
Actually,
but I'm
before
glad
I
you
do all
cast it,
this-
so I remember.
Rock, does that logic make, like, before I start doing stuff that you're not going to like let work? Like, is
No,
this
I mean,
gonna?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Give him a good berry to
Okay.
get it, bleeding. So
But aren't we defeating the
wanna make sure I
purpose
get-
of the?
Well, it's just keeping him alive.
Okay,
We don't
so
have to
he
do that
gets
immediately,
his
though.
Toes bit off, and he grimaces a little bit, but you don't get much more out of him than that.
Well, in theory, he's at 1 health, so I think that's why Doc's doing
This is role play. I don't think we have to stick to the.
Yeah, we'll not worry about like.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't kill him, and then you're like,
Yeah,
sorry,
I
he's
mean,
dead. That's all I
we're
wanted.
role playing here. I don't think it matters. That mechanic matters.
All right. I mean,
Scrug is definitely like looking around at the rest of you two, like, because he's not wanting to cross. Well, he's crossed several lines already, but you know,
Yeah, I mean,
he's taking cues from you guys.
okay. I mean, I guess take the other 3.
I'll just nod.
other 3 get
Scrug
bit
chops off the other 3 toes.
He gets a loud growl out of that. The captain is not liking that one so much.
Ooh, Scrug kind of digs a finger
my
a little bit.
I don't think that's gonna grow back. Was it anything? I mean, I'll keep going, but you're gonna save yourself a lot of trouble if you just start speaking to my friends here.
He responds with, "We are all prepared to die."
He pinches the bridge of his goblin nose, and basically everything up to like the ankle, so the whole middle part of the foot, Scrug just gives a nice chomp.
Scrug is now.
No.
Scrug's jaw unhinges, and everybody's like, "What?"
They're both one syllable.
This is how we find out that Scrug is in defeat.
So he yells even louder this time. He kind of looks at you, and you better hope they don't find our bodies.
I mean, at this rate, there's folks about to eat all of you. I mean, I've never done this before, guys. Do I keep going on the same leg, or do I start on the other one?
I think you gotta go to the other one.
Go to the other one?
Yeah, I think
Even
that's,
him out a little bit.
yeah. Perfectly balanced. As all things should be.
Jesus.
All right, well, you heard him.
All right, Rock. How long is this gonna go on? Is there any hope that we're going to break this guy?
How much are you taking of his foot on this one?
He's going all 5 toes at once here, like right at the knuckles.
Oof.
Ugh.
Oof.
God, he passes out from the shock of losing all of his toes.
Well,
we let him sit first. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, other than magical healing, he's just gonna bleed out.
I mean, yeah,
Berry.
we'll keep him from bleeding out.
Bleed out from just his toes.
Eventually,
Well,
he
he's
will.
already like 1 health, and we beat him up pretty good
Yeah.
beforehand. So I don't want to lose this guy.
Force feed him a good berry.
Yeah, so I force feed him good berry. I'm keeping track of good berries here.
How much does good berry heal
Wakey,
for?
wakey.
1 health.
Wanky, wanky.
The goblin face is right there after
Oh,
I force
man.
feed him.
He opens his eyes slowly to look at you, and then just closes them again. And doesn't move.
I mean,
Yeah.
should we try like an ear? Something that's like closer to the face? That's a bit much, right? Are we not there yet?
So,
We
so
could
he's
just-
awake, right? He's just not
We're just
responding
playing
to us.
possum.
All right. Eklon's gonna stand up, take out his rapier, and just poke the open wounds
Oh,
with the rapier, and say,
You guys are
"It's not very nice to ignore
So
your
are you gonna,
friends."
yeah, like, is this surely by now? Is this like another intimidation check or something to try to get him to talk?
persuasion, perhaps.
Seeing if I can get his attention.
I mean, yeah, if you want to do an intimidation check, sure.
Yeah, well, sure. It's not gonna matter much for me, but no, better roll than I anticipated.
Why can't I find?
So he opens his eyes and he looks at Aklon. What do you want me to do for a bunch of tormentors? You're cutting me apart.
Well,
Well, we asked questions
Because you
and you
wouldn't
didn't
talk to
answer. So
I was
what else
literally
are we
about to
supposed to
say.
do?
I was literally about to say, well, that's dramatic, but then I remembered we're cutting his toes off.
I mean, he's correct on that aspect, but
Volk like he's coughing up a hairball, just a couple of toes. You can hear it onto the grass next to him.
hey, we were trying to play nicely. We said we didn't want to go with. You attacked us, and then we asked some simple questions and didn't
We
get
were
any
just trying to
response.
kick you in.
Why? What for? You wouldn't answer us. What's with this license? We never knew about this. We were hired by.
Everything under the Ozul Empire, any kind of adventures need licenses.
And you were just going to take us there, no problems.
I mean, that was the plan. Not anymore, though.
Well, you were trying to strong arm us without any paperwork yourself. That seems a little hypocritical and
like moral lecture from Aklon
How
over
the
the process
turntables.
of taking this man's feet.
I can't remember who told you this before. I don't know if he was actually awake for this, but
no, he wasn't. It was the
Okay.
other guy who said that.
no Ozul armyman needs adventure papers. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but why would we need adventurers papers? What's the point?
You
didn't
told
tell us the
you
point
were
is.
adventurers.
Right. It's not needed in Belton. You didn't tell us that you necessarily took over. Like
That's
you were just
not
trying
my
to strong
problem.
arm us.
That's not my problem that you don't know who controls the area you're in.
Well, didn't you just take the town over like 2 days ago? Why would you expect us
Oh,
to know that as we come in?
But yeah.
We weren't gone for a week, were we?
Yeah, you guys were gone for quite a while.
Because we were in the cave for a day.
It was
and a
3 or
half,
4 days
right?
travel, and
Yeah,
then we were in
3
the
or 4
cave
days.
for a couple days, and we
And then the
traveled
travel
back
back.
a couple days.
So you're looking at
Okay,
about
so I
10 or
guess it
11
was
days.
roughly-
So, can we come to the point? Are we going to get anything out of this guy?
Yeah, so basically Scrug's like done. He's not gonna try to torture anymore.
I mean, what more do you want out of him? I don't know what.
Well, we have Ash's original set of questions that we want to ask, but if he's not going to answer them, like, I don't waste our time.
Yeah, because I think those original ones were like, what was the reasoning for attacking? How many people are dead?
That was all questions
Did they
you got from the
kill
other guy.
leadership? Right. And I think that's what Ash would like to get to, but
nothing
we didn't
really
get.
that this guy has been able to provide, or no questions have been asked of this guy that you haven't already really had.
That's not true. We asked like why they were sent to take over Belton, and the guy just stared at me.
Yeah.
I think that's why we got to this point because we didn't get anything with a couple questions, so we didn't want to continue with like 4 more and still get nothing.
Okay, I mean, he says the same thing as the other one, that those were his orders.
Maybe we can just try again with another patrol we find, guys.
I'll just look at him and I'll say, "Wow, you really are stupid. You probably needed those toes to count, didn't you?" We'll just walk away. Sorry, was that psychic damage? Should I not have done that?
Fucking got him.
Ugh.
That wasn't non-lethal.
Yeah, can't non-lethal that.
His children may not recover from that.
See, I thought about just casting like blindness on him because he wouldn't necessarily know that it would come back. But
All right, well, let's not waste our time anymore.
all right, so what are we doing with them? Obviously, we can't let them go.
Hmm.
Not after.
Does anyone
Volk's,
have Dimension Door?
medic here.
Let me go get my rock, guys.
You're just gonna roll it over them, lay them all down.
Oh my
Oh, no,
God.
that's not what I meant.
Baron halts Scrug for a second and kind of whispers in his ear.
I wouldn't bring it in front of these guys.
I mean, they already saw it, didn't they?
Not clearly, they didn't.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
I mean, are we just gonna knock him out and leave him? I mean, I bet the wolves get him before anything
Can
else.
we really afford to leave them?
I mean, why not? We're gonna get to Belton. All right,
I
so the
mean,
answer to that question
worst
is
case scenario is another patrol comes by.
well,
and-
okay. The answer to that question is how long are we gonna be in Belton?
We don't know.
Not a clue.
That's complete unknown. But my thought process is like, we're gonna make many more Ozul enemies on the way to Belton or in Belton, probably, unless we decide to switch sides. So
Well, this
one
is not an
patrol that's already
auspicious
out to
start
get us.
if we're gonna switch sides.
Well, I'm just like I'm not gonna advocate for killing them at all. Knock them out, leave them, sure, but I'm not gonna sit here and slit their throats.
Yeah, certainly I wouldn't.
Baron's not too keen on the thought, but it does pose a risk.
That's my only thought, is that they're a risk right now.
Well, there's no proof they're Ozul soldiers. We took all their crap. Now they're the adventuring party without
Papers. It's actually pretty funny.
Well, actually, all the other ones still have their armor. It's just the one main one.
I mean, they don't have to have.
Yeah, they
their
don't. They
armor.
definitely don't have to have their armor.
Although we did let one get away.
Yeah.
Right.
So perhaps
but,
the cat is already out of the bag, and it doesn't matter.
I mean, he would have to identify the group, which is not difficult. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
you
Don't get me wrong, it's not difficult, but it's one soldier against another soldier's word. Hint, hint, ash, ash.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, if anything, we hide them in the forest, knock them out, burn them. I don't really care.
Burn them?
Wow. Dark.
Jeez, Aqua.
Damn.
Take a deep breath. or
Sorry.
something.
Burn their clothing, their armor, whatever, so that they're not that they don't have like anything near them that would identify them as Ozul soldiers other than their word.
All right, man. Well, good luck with your soldiering career.
Baron definitely agrees to take all their armor and weapons and dispose of them. Not
Or
dispose of the
not
weapons and armor,
something
not of them.
Okay. Okay, so is that what you guys are doing then? You're taking all their weapons and armor, stripping them down to the bare nothings.
Tie them to some trees.
Yeah, we'll still bind them and all that good stuff.
And
All right, while you guys do that, I'm gonna get a head start on the egg because this is gonna take a while.
So, Peter is in my YouTube chat, and he says there are no Geneva Convention in D&D. Also,
Peter?
yeah,
He's alive?
he lives. First rule,
Hi, Peter, we miss you.
he says we do. He says first rule, there are no rules. Second rule, leave no witnesses. All in caps. Or
pretty good rule. I don't doubt it.
Well, you're not here to make us follow that, so we can't.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the.
Peter, I got
Well, he
some
came
bad
back to
news for
watch
you,
it.
buddy.
No, don't tell him. He needs to come back and find out.
we don't know that Ormond's dead, okay?
Never mind. There it is.
We tried. We really did. We tried.
We
our
don't
very
actually
best.
no, we don't know that
there's
he's dead.
There was no body.
There's no
Yeah,
body.
there's no
His
body.
body was missing.
He's missing in action. Hopefully we find him again.
All right, we take their armor.
Yeah, we tie him
get
up.
to
Let's
moving.
go on.
Okay,
Let's,
what are
let's
you
keep
doing with the
moving.
armor exactly, because that's too much armor for you guys to just carry.
Oh, no, we're not carrying it. Let's bury it.
Gonna bury it,
Yeah, I think we're like taking it elsewhere and getting rid of it.
and by getting rid of it, you're just gonna bury it.
Yeah. Throw it into a river. I don't know.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, sounds good.
Evo, we move towards
that.
Belton.
All that's done.
Actually,
Now what?
Maybe Ormond and Jock are together.
You should maybe take a short rest, Baron. Maybe during this entire conversations we've been having.
Yes, for sure. I will 100% be doing that.
Yeah, that's.
And then
probably
we'll
a better
move
one.
on.
Do I
Yeah,
get to
go ahead
roll
and
hit
roll.
die?
Yep, roll your hit die
Hell yeah.
and refresh your second win.
Yeah, Bear. Maybe at some time we should like talk about like cover and not getting shot 8 times by arrows.
Baron shrugs.
I mean, like you can definitely take a punch, like for sure. But I mean, like, why get shot when you cannot get shot, right?
Perhaps there is wisdom to what you're saying.
Baron appreciates the way that Scrugg approached him on this topic. He didn't feel that he was trying to be condescending. He felt that he was genuinely concerned for his well-being.
As one is when you're full of, well, not full of, terrible.
Do I get my action surge on a short rest too?
I think
that's a
so.
long rest, isn't it?
Maybe it's your second wind.
Peter,
Second wind, so I
Peter
know
says,
that.
third rule, Ormond didn't die. It was his evil twin, Zorman. Where's my freaking action surge details?
On the lookout for more.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe
sure.
Ash, do you want to go like not a significant, but 40, 50 feet ahead, so we're not, I have a chance to hide the egg if another patrol comes by,
Well,
because they
so
saw
like,
it right off the bat.
I mean, that's fair. How like Rock? How far away are we, and when do we approach the point at which like we're gonna be able to be
You're
seen
still
from the
away.
city?
You can see the city. Like obviously you can't make out
Right.
features of it.
So we're still a ways away.
Yeah, but there is no like trees really between you and the city. So like the
Yeah, I'm
closest
just like
is-
I'm trying to figure out like there's got to be a point at which it looks like we're like I am actually escorting them versus I'm scouting for them.
I mean, that will be closer than the point where they can see you.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to see you guys walking and rolling a big thing. They won't
Yeah.
be able to make out any details.
Yeah, they won't be able to like sense depth or like distance or anything like that. So I think for now that's fine. Like I can scout out ahead a little bit.
Okay. I just want to make sure you guys are aware that they'll be seeing you guys roll something very far
Can
away.
I rub it in dirt so it's not this very bright red round thing? Maybe it looks a little more like an actual rock, so next time I say I'm working out, it makes more sense.
I thought that was a pretty good lie, guys, to be honest.
Sure, roll
Okay.
something.
Survival?
Hold on, let me go see what we got.
Maybe I should make it into mud.
Use a disguise kit to disguise the egg.
Have a disguise kit?
No, I
Is there
don't-
makeup in there, Ash?
I wouldn't actually know what's in a disguise kit.
It's definitely.
Roll me a survival and a nature.
Say we need more like the Easter kit.
We'll take your average of your survival and your nature. Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate.
22 and 11. Rip.
So I mean,
It's a slightly
definitely-
darker red.
Yeah, it's not red anymore. But the red does still show through.
Fair enough.
But it's less.
Well, every time I roll it, it keeps getting rid of everything I just put on it.
Yeah, crazy how that works.
All right. Up to.
Okay, so you guys, Port City, you don't run into any more patrols. There's not really a road that you're following. You guys are more just going on like the grass because the patrols definitely looked like they were following that road. So you don't run into more issues. You do get closer to the city to the point where you can see one of the entrances, but there are definitely some people standing around the entrances. Too far still to make out like who or what they are and how many or anything like that yet. Now is probably the point where you need to decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
Is this where we bury the egg and someone goes in and checks things out?
I still think
mean-
Ash should go in by himself with the armor on. Like, I don't think we should all go.
I don't understand what that's going to accomplish.
But why are we going into Belton in the first place?
We're trying to find a place to learn more about the egg.
This is what we should do. We should send. Hold on. Just 1 second. Let me check one thing.
Just Doc, so you know, burying the egg means they're going to be watching you bury something in the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's nowhere to hide here. It's basically just flat ground.
How tall is this egg?
Like 4 feet tall.
It's a pretty big hole.
Big rock
gonna-
you're working
that's-
out with there, buddy.
It's gonna take a while.
I'll do a couple
Okay.
squats to make it believable with it. I know I can't.
So
make the egg.
this is what I'm thinking. We need to get adventuring papers. We can't get them if we don't have them. Like it will be questioned if we go in. The only way to get said papers is to send, in my opinion, to send somebody in who can get through the gate without being questioned, i.e., Ash in the shiny new armor.
Man, if only there was like a patrol or something that offered to like take us in to get papers.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna Yeah, I'll just throw this out there for conversation.
Yeah,
like I'm
Scrug.
it's entire
This is Scrug's fault. I don't know why you're.
possible that we could just walk up without anybody being in disguise and being like, "Hey, we're new
We were told.
here.
We were told
We'd
to come
like
get
to,
papers.
We'd like to get some adventuring papers."
Okay, I'm more in favor of that than.
You need to not have their armor on.
Well, I was gonna
No,
say.
I haven't put it on yet.
Well, I'm
and
still
you
wearing
would
it.
Have to take it off.
Well, okay, hold on. How difficult would it be to remove the device?
the device.
Nice.
Yeah, the identifying device. The you
Well,
said
it's not a
Oh,
device.
it's-
It's like
Yeah,
Etched
it's
into
fully-
the armor.
Actually,
Yeah.
etched. Yeah, it's fully
It's
etched.
it's a part
it
of
is
the
the
armor.
armor. They are
There's
one
no
and the
removing
same.
it.
So also, let me ask a question real quick, Rock. He was specifically wearing different armor than everyone else under his command, right?
It generally looked the same. It was just a lot higher quality.
Okay, because I was wondering if there was anything like that would signify, like, hey, this is commander armor or whatever, squad lead, whatever, like anything that would demarcate it. That would be like, why are you wearing like squad lead armor and you're just with a group of people?
Well, what if I just put a cloak on over it?
It's on the chest,
No, what if I put a cloak on over the armor?
like over your entire armor, so you'd be like walking around in one big cloak.
Yeah. Or sometimes people wear or at least in our in normal human history, people wore like tank tops almost over the armor. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's
yeah,
a surcoat. Surcoat is what it was called.
Do that before?
Huh?
You've never seen anyone do that before, so you think that might stand out a little bit?
I'm an adventurer. I'm supposed to stand out. If it's possible to create a surcoat for me out of the materials I have available, either my own clothes or, purchase some from my compatriots, that's what I would like to do. Because I definitely don't want to take this armor off and I don't want to walk into the enemy's base without this armor on.
Maybe we should just switch sides, guys. Be Ozulites.
I mean, we
We committed some more crimes. Not more than a few days ago.
Few
we
hours.
might have messed up our opportunity there.
There. Okay. Well, I don't care what you guys do.
I don't care what you guys do. They're for sure taking this thing from me if I try to roll it into the city.
No. We're burying you. I assume you're already burying the egg. That's happening.
You're gonna
Oh, okay.
see us buried.
Okay. I thought we were moving towards us all going to the city, and I just wanted to.
Well, why wouldn't we have buried it outside of eye range? Like humans can't.
It's like a million chances to say we were
I-
going to do
100%
this.
Gave you like a million chances.
Well, then why didn't we do that?
No.
Guys, I think we're a little close. Maybe I should roll the egg back a ways a little bit.
What is happening, guys? What's going on here?
Pretty sure I even literally said they're gonna see you rolling something from that far away. Are you sure that's what you want to do?
And who answered that question?
I mean,
Let's walk and roll, guys. Let's walk and roll.
And I'm gonna roll the egg back a ways.
Oh
to
my
where-
gosh. This
Just
is all.
turning around.
rolls it.
This is like when a drunk person turns around when he sees the DUI checkpoint.
Yeah,
Be
exactly.
Cool, be cool, everybody. We're just on a nice little walk.
Okay.
all right. So you are returning where you came from.
In a slightly
Something
different
tells me
direction.
that a
We're not
patrol is
retracing
about to be
footsteps.
dispatched.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, to be clear, where do we stand on the surcoat? Rock.
Jeez. It's-
Let me
Can we
roll
just
a
start a new campaign?
perception check for you.
Why do you want to start a new campaign?
It's so off the rails.
You are unsure if that.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying I can't fashion one?
No, I didn't say you couldn't fashion one. I said you are unsure if it would work.
No, I'm
That's
sure.
right.
I'm sure it'll work. I just want to know if I can
He's
fashion one.
convinced It'll work. He's just asking you to let him make it. Is what's happening.
Yeah.
You can surely try and make it. Yes, I can't guarantee
Well,
you that it will fool everyone.
I'm not trying to fool people. I'm just trying to have a surcoat over my armor.
Yeah, you can make a surcoat over your armor.
Okay.
The question is if people can see underneath that is up for debate.
Am I making a transparent garment?
I mean, are you making it skin tight
No.
so it can like flap? And
He's a fat guy in a little surcoat.
Richard, what's happening to us?
It's gonna be pretty obvious you're wearing armor underneath a surcoat.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hide the fact that I'm wearing armor. I'm simply trying to hide whatever the device is in the chest. That's all. I'm not trying to hide the armor.
I mean, in order to hide that, you would have to hide the armor.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Does it make sense to anyone else? Like, am I like?
So the armor is the main thing. It's a chest piece with an insignia engraved on it.
Yeah.
Okay, and G is basically wanting to put a T-shirt over the top of it.
Basically.
I think, like, I see both sides. I think that in most scenarios, like if you're just looking at it, you're not going to see the insignia underneath because there's cloth over the top of it. But like if someone was sketched out for whatever reason and was like looking really closely or something, I could also see them maybe
are you
seeing
making
some.
a t-shirt, or are you making like a full like cloak?
So being a soldier, okay, Baron has spent his whole life in armor, and he has had many variations of armor and in different styles and all that. He like what I'm describing, at least my understanding of how D&D works, is not normal. Like there like surcoats are a thing in like regular history. I assume maybe they are a thing in D&D. I think they would be. So I'm trying to create something that would look not out of place necessarily. Like nobody's gonna like stare at him weird for having a surcoat. Like I don't think that's something that's abnormal.
Anyone in Belton in the past with a surcoat? We'll say that.
Well, okay, but like, are you saying it's not a thing in D&D at all?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying no one. It's not a thing in Belton since you've been here previously. There was no one with a surcoat before.
Yeah, but I'm an adventurer. I'm allowed to not be the same as Belton. I'm not from there, right?
Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying
Okay.
you've never seen it before. So
Okay.
He's explaining that you'll at the very least stick out, so it's a risk. that
I'm
you have to be willing
3
to
foot, 2 foot something. I was already going to stick out.
Make the surcoat, and whatever happens, happens. It's a good idea.
Yeah, so that's my plan. I for the record, I am in favor of us just walking up and saying, "Hey, we need papers."
Okay.
I think that's less chance of failure than our
Anything
prisoner
else at this point?
whatever we were doing.
Okay, so you guys are now still rolling the egg away from Belton.
I mean, you guys are strong. I think Scrug is the one
We're
rolling.
a pod though too, right? So we can fan out a little bit and block sight lines.
It's larger than.
I'm not blocking any
I
sidelines.
keep forgetting we're teeny tiny people.
Hey, maybe they
Well-
didn't even see us because all they saw was the egg, and it's just magically moving around.
Rolling itself.
Yeah, maybe we can make it. Maybe Ash can make it look like he's running from it.
We roll the egg back away from Belton. Yes, far enough away that sure maybe they can still see outlines and silhouettes, but no
Okay.
details.
All right, so yeah, you're pretty far away now. You're almost back to where you started.
Cool.
Okay.
Fuck.
Is
Is that what you're doing then? You're gonna bury it?
Can we please bury this egg?
Does it look like
Yes.
there's a patrol coming?
Let's just have.
Percentage
So let's
die,
play-
huh?
let's
Does it look
just
like we're
have,
getting anywhere tonight with this campaign?
There is no patrol coming.
Okay. Can we bury the egg and go back?
Well, thank
Let's
God for
bury
that.
a very deep hole. Put this egg in.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
Someone roll survival with advantage.
Scrug.
Yes, thank you. I was gonna say this is a Scrug endeavor. Survival with advantage.
So Rock, I know we gave you shit
Yes.
when we were in the cave, and you're like, I don't know how you guys are still in here, and I'm like, I don't know how we've had 5 encounters in this 4-room cave. This one's on us. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
give you
but
shit for
this is one session. That was 5 sessions.
Yeah, but we should have been in and out of Belton already.
Should we have?
All right, we dig a
Probably.
hole. Put the egg in.
You're pretty sure you buried it. Pretty well.
Pretty well.
Okay.
Very well.
Are you gonna do any kind of identifier to like know where?
So I
you-
put in. This is where the campsite's going. I'm gonna put my sleeping bag, our little lean-to, up right over top of it. So there's still already disturbed ground there. So it just looks like that's where we've set up shop.
Got it.
You're just
Not
putting that up
a
now.
bad idea.
It's actually
Yeah,
smart.
this is, I'm just camping outside Belton. That's all.
Okay.
That's surely within
Something
the realm of
An
normality.
adventure party would do. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Those inn prices are outrageous.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Sounds good. So
It's not like we came into any
got that
money
all set up.
recently.
Are you gonna actually camp, or are you just gonna set up your camp and then leave?
Yeah, we're gonna go back.
This is where Scrug's gonna hang out, but yeah, this is where Scrug will set up camp.
I mean, I think we all set up camp. We're all gonna.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah. Are you actually gonna like rest overnight here, type of thing?
I will.
Yeah, we
What
can.
is the plan? What's the final plan then? I think I heard like 7 different ideas.
Beats us.
Okay, I thought we were going right back to Belton, but we can go in the morning. But I think the plan is
What time of day is it? Yeah.
I mean, it's probably pretty
Like,
late,
what's the-
right? Because
Yeah,
we
it's
walked
pretty
halfway
late.
to Belton
Oh,
and
okay.
then back.
It's probably like a dinner-ish.
and
time.
then back. All right, so let's go to sleep, wake up first thing in the morning, and go to Belton and try to get adventuring papers, and hopefully we don't get arrested.
How far away were we from
plan.
the fight scene?
You didn't go straight back, so you went off.
Yeah, we didn't retrace our footsteps.
Yeah.
We see them just sitting in the woods. Hey guys.
Hey. How's it hanging?
No, you're pretty far from where all that happened at and stuff.
All right, cool.
Let's still take watches. Scrug can take a watch tonight if need be, just in case. Let us not forget. Let us not forget about our automatic successes that all of us forgot about. That would have been great with the captain. But also
Routinely
There's a-
forget about this.
adventuring party that is surely not happy we've stolen their dragon egg. We need to watch our backs. So
Did we kill any of them?
I don't think so.
I believe we just tied them all up and
Yeah.
knocked them out. Temporarily blinded, maybe.
We've been mighty benevolent, despite the fact that none of us are actually good alignment.
I thought you said you
We're on the
good.
tightrope. That's the nice thing.
Gee, I thought you said you were good.
Neutral good.
That's good.
That's good.
Still
It's
good.
it's a gray. It's a
That's
gray
okay.
good.
Neutral. is-
I look at it
It's
as
not-
I look at
Neutral
it.
means you're not lawful or
If you weren't neutral, you'd be true neutral or just neutral.
I want to be neutral with a good bent. Is how I look at this.
But you're good because it says good on it. So you're like a good alignment.
He's more new. He's at the furthest end of this spectrum, whatever the spectrum is, towards neutral.
Okay, sure.
Who's
Whatever.
taking first watch?
Yeah, are we doing normal, same watches as normal?
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Okay, who's that? 2 Ashes, 1 Aklon, and a Baron?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep.
Let's roll a. We're doing. What do we do? The D20. Someone roll a D20.
Yeah.
7 or lower for a random encounter.
By the way, G, did you
just-
say you were off to one of the sides
Gods be with me.
Hmm.
on the chart? You said you were off to one of the sides.
Yeah. I guess that's what I said.
So you should be top.
To be clear,
It's on
Scrug is
top.
like spread out a lot of his possessions a little more than like normal around the hole, basically. Covering it, but also just trying to like take up a little more space so
Okay.
nobody walks over top of
You
it.
guys get through the night. No other patrols look like they're passing. You do see the road that you were on, and you do see like lights, but nothing approaches you or anything.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
You're not sure if it's patrols or if it's just other travelers or what it would be.
Okay.
Okay. You guys wake up in the morning. What do you do?
Well, first I'm back to full health. That's the first thing.
Are we hoofing it?
Yeah,
think
let's
so.
go.
So, like, hold on. Is the plan we're just normal old homies walking up to the gates seeking adventurer papers?
Yes,
Normal old. homies.
that's the plan.
Okay.
Make sure
that's
you
fine. I
grab
think
an,
it's-
hopefully an extra application for Scrug.
Wait, you're not coming with us?
No, I'm not leaving the egg here by itself.
Okay.
I've said that repeatedly. I'm not leaving the egg.
we
All right,
split
good-
the party.
All right. Well, if we're splitting the party anyway, should
We'd
somebody
gone and done it?
stay back with Scrug?
No.
To be clear, there's no expectation. I understand this is stupid and it's on me, whatever happens.
Okay.
Jeez. What is happening?
I'm sorry. Does Goal regain health upon resting? like we all do?
I believe we discussed that, and that was a yes.
Okay. Just want to be sure.
So
I
the
still.
little rock thing eats these berries?
Where is his health though?
That's weird.
Oh, it's just on his character. Okay. What? It's 10, right?
Yep, 10 is max.
Okay, just making sure. You need
Yeah,
to.
I don't think the berries like revive him though. So if he like dies, he's like dead. Like,
Okay.
healed.
He's not doing death saves or anything. When he hits 0, he's out cold, or he's out. Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's just a construct. He's not like a living construct.
Not a warforged.
Good to know.
Once his fuel is gone, he gone.
Okay, so you guys, you 3 head out to the town.
Yep. Gull's gonna stay back though with Scrug.
Okay.
And I would like to take this opportunity to press on the party that Gull is our only source of consistent healing.
Oh, it's bad.
It would
Yeah.
behoove us to protect him better than he was protected in our last fight.
It would behoove us.
Oh,
for one
here
of
we
us to
go
die.
again. You drug him into the middle of the melee.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking not in role play. I'm talking to
This
us
is
as
me
players.
It would behoove us for
Gotcha.
one. It would behoove us for one of us to die and re-roll a healer.
I mean, that can be arranged.
Just walk up to Bell in arms wide.
you guys are welcome to do that. Anyway,
Oh boy.
I just wanted to put that out there. Until such a time that happens, or we gain somebody who can do consistent heals, we must keep this construct alive.
Don't disagree. Are you bringing him to the town with us?
No, I'm leaving him with Scrug.
Okay. Making sure.
Do you do any tricks?
Gull
Oh, shut
just
up. You guys do Belton.
Gull just stares at you, does nothing.
Okay, so you 3 approach the city. Anything special on the approach? What's your walking order?
Probably me first.
Roll initiative. I'm just kidding.
We're about to engage the entire town of Belton.
Okay, so Ash up first.
They pour vats of hot oil on your head. You're all dead.
Baron will be last.
Sure. I'll be in middle.
Height order.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys approach the gates. There's 2 guards standing on either side, and they kind of glance at you, and they stop you as you coming in. Weapons?
Yes, we have them.
Yes.
Let's see them.
Baron just shows his sword that is strapped to his back.
I guess
Okay.
I'll show my rapier.
Roll roll performance for your shirt cloak thing.
My surcoat.
God.
Yeah, your surcoat.
Performance?
Yeah, because you're trying to keep it so it doesn't show the insignia on it.
Okay.
This is not going to work, and this is where it all comes undone.
Okay, so you you turn around and you show him it on the back, and it seems to everything stay in place. Nothing shown.
I'll show my sword and dagger.
Oh, wait, I've got a quarterstaff too. I guess I'll show that as well.
I do not show my great axe that is in the bag of great axe holding.
Oh, naturally. Yeah, of course. Okay. And they step aside. Move along.
That was easy.
All right, we'll step on through.
Before we, can we
yeah.
just ask him,
Yeah, I was about to say the
Hey.
same thing.
where does a group of adventurers go to get their adventuring papers around here?
New adventures. They register at the. Hold on, I had it named here. Where'd it go?
For fuck's sake, the Adventuring
The
League.
Adventurers Guild.
The
Adventure
Worship
Guild.
District.
Oh god, this is a massive map.
This place is big.
Yeah.
I'm on 20% zoom and it's barely my full screen. Where's it at?
About in the middle.
Oh, right in the middle. Okay. So in comparison to our previous time here, where was Vinny's place?
You can see his mansions over here.
Vinny's mansion.
Okay,
were-
I'm sorry. Again, I'm at 20%. I
It's
can't
on
see
the,
words.
the northeast side.
I see it now.
You know, I always imagined Vinny to be spelled with a Y.
Really?
Yeah.
How I was told. So this is how
So I'm
he's
pretty sure.
spelled.
I'm not
Don's
saying I'm
spelled
right.
IE.
It's IE.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just, remarking upon it. That's all.
I think I probably was in the same boat before I was told how it was spelled. So
Yeah.
worth it.
Spell it right or I quit.
If you
Yeah,
quit, will
you
you
go-
re-roll as a healer?
New adventure you can register at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. I think that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Happily, it's right next to the library.
Yeah, let's go to those two places. 100%.
Let's do it.
I like how we're like, "Well, how are we going to get in?" And they were just like, "Come on in."
Yep.
Hey
We had to
man,
kill a whole patrol just to do all this.
Okay, so you guys head in up to the Adventurers Guild. You do see tons of Ozul soldiers everywhere. Not on every corner, but they're scattered everywhere in the city.
Like, what's the general shape of the city?
Shape?
It's like a oval, right?
How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how effed up is it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, the
so
condition.
The fires that you saw were from
whoa,
more
what's
around
happening
the
here?
outside. But you can tell they burned down. But they're done burning a long time ago, several days ago, probably.
But the city itself, like, in pretty good
Itself
shape?
is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Are there commoners walking around?
Yep. Yeah. Everyone's going
Like
about their
it's like a normal city again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're going into the Adventurers Guild, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Peter really likes this map.
Good.
2 thumbs
This
up.
is a good map.
I spent a lot of time on it actually. All right, so you walk in. There's someone sitting at there's like a front desk in the middle, and then off to like one whole wall is basically just like papers. Like people put up like notepad paper type of thing.
Side quests.
No, it's
Indeed.
not. Of course, it's a job board.
What kind of icons are floating above the board?
Yeah.
Lots of exclamation points.
XP plus or plus plus?
Or plus plus plus. Plus.
I want the plus 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 ones.
Can I get the plus 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 plus?
No.
Shared wisdom.
There's no
Um,
wisdom here today, boys.
yeah.
Sorry
Shared
to tell.
wisdom.
Okay, let's just go up to the front desk and say that we
So
are in.
there's a lady. She's like writing stuff, looking down at papers on her desk.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to her and politely just kind of stand there and see if she notices me and looks up.
She doesn't seem to notice you. She just continues working. She looks like she's really busy filling out a ton of stuff. She has like a huge stack of papers on the side.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna sort of politely say, "Excuse me, ma'am," and just see if I can get her attention.
All right. She continues to write. She says, "Yes."
We are an adventuring party. And we're looking to get our adventurers' papers. Can you tell us what we need to do?
She lets out a really, really big sigh.
I'll bet. Me too.
There's a huge stack of papers over like on the other side of her desk. She goes, grabs a bunch of them, and throws them up on the desk in front of you. Fill them out. While she's still continuing to work on her stuff in front of her, not still even looking at you.
What is it like? What is it asking for? What's on the? What are we supposed to fill out?
Just general background information, essentially. What you would imagine background information for D&D would be, like where
Okay.
you're from, what you're doing.
And nothing weird or out of the ordinary.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Be sure to give Scruggs your best guess.
I was gonna say I'll ask. Do we just fill these out and we're good, or is there more to do after that?
You fill them out, and then I sort them. And she passed a huge pile on the side.
So it might take a while.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way you can get to ours first?
Mm-mm.
No way. Oh shit.
No way at all.
Could we do something to help, free up some time for you?
Right.
Fill out the paperwork. She pats the papers in front of you.
I'm gonna fill the paperwork out.
I
Yep,
will.
I'll fill
Baron
it
has
out.
already begun filling the paperwork out.
Okay, now I'm gonna say
Who's filling out Scruggs' paperwork?
Baron is.
Roll a. What would be forging? What would a forging roll be?
Is it like deception or sleight of hand?
That's not deception because he's trying to be right.
It's true.
He's just
What's the
history.
roll?
What about history or
Performance.
insight?
Performance.
Ooh, insight. There you go. Roll an insight.
That's a good, yeah.
oh god.
He's green.
It's just
his
just
name is
Scruggs' name
Scrug.
and then a smiley face.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask us to check that for you? I was gonna say Ackland probably would be like nosy and looking like, "What are you filling out?"
There's,
for
I can
him?"
tell you at this point, there's zero chance that Ash would just trust Baron to fill it in.
Really? Where's all
Yeah.
this distrust coming from?
The fact
It's-
that you do the opposite of what we want you to do all the
You
time.
never tell me what you want me to do. You just expect me to figure it out.
Okay, I guess if you guys are checking over his stuff, go ahead and roll your own insights.
Yeah. Just batting 1,000.
Ash, are you doing anything? Checking it?
Yeah, hang on. This is not good though.
Yeah, Scrug's a goblin.
The blind leading the blind out here.
Okay, so you put your heads together and you're pretty sure you figure out the answers. Like each of you has an answer to a different question for him, basically.
This reminds me when I was in Mexico last year and we had to fill out our like paperwork to get into the country. And I just looked at my family and I was like, just give me your stuff and I will transfer it over to the papers because someone is gonna mess it up. And sure enough, one of them did. And I was like, nope, I'm doing all of these. You guys just go sit down. I'll let you know when I'm done.
All right, so yeah, you fill out all your paperwork.
Are we each handing the paperwork in, or is somebody handing it in as all together?
No, I'll just hand it back in to her.
Baron's going to suggest you hand it to her with extra, little something extra.
Motivation.
Yeah.
So-
that was what I was asking.
You like, I wasn't planning to like just straight up bribe her.
Why not?
Yes,
could.
You're a
Baron,
rogue.
The neutral good.
That's what I'm asking. Why is the rogue not planning to bribe a state
That's- 'cause I
official?
I don't
That's-
usually give money away.
I mean, you're not giving it away; you're like essentially paying for something.
Right.
So what I was gonna do was
Is threaten.
no, wasn't gonna do that.
Start combat. Roll initiative.
I'm gonna offer our services to, help her with something.
I'm sure she hears that a lot.
Well, she might
She
get
does
bribes
work
a lot too.
She does work in the Adventurers.
Yeah.
Guild.
But yeah,
She
do
Like
do
six
whatever.
Other adventuring parties do the exact same thing.
Right. Do whatever you want. As JD pointed out, Baron will certainly probably not think of bribing her first.
Yeah, I don't think Ash would have thought to bribe first either.
Really?
I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna hand her the papers and say, so we have our papers completed, and I'll pose my original question to you, which is there anything that we can do to expedite the review and approval of
Process.
these papers?
She grabs the papers out of her hand and puts them in the pile on the side. You can go do what you need to do. I got papers to go through. The sooner you leave, the more you leave me alone, the faster I can go.
Should have bribed her.
Well,
Well, I mean, we also have work to do here in town. So,
that's true.
what is the
how will we
general
know?
expected turnaround? When
Thank
should
you.
we check back in?
What's your
Those
SLA?
kinds of things.
What's your
What's your SLA?
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
your SLA, young lady?
She looks over at her stacks of papers. A few days.
What if we
Brilliant.
wanted it tomorrow? What would it?
Is there
what
a
would that
special
be?
processing fee we can pay?
Yeah. Is there an expedited fee we could pay?
No fee. And she's still continuing to write.
All right, so Rock says y'all are stuck in town. Good
Yeah,
luck.
we're just
There's
gonna be
no
here a little bit.
corruption in Ozul.
Right.
I mean,
These
that's
MFs are
not
on the up and up.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, it's decided. Let's go to the library.
Yeah.
Is there a tavern near the library?
There are many taverns that you know of in this town. There are 3 tiers basically. There is a cheap, rundown tier, mid tier, and then like the high, nice place to stay at.
Baron's going to suggest to his compatriots that after we spend some time during research in the library, we should repair to a tavern for 2 purposes. One, to engage in some much needed refreshment. 2, to try to get the true lay of the land of exactly what's happening in the town and what happened. And for this purposes, I suggest we go to the seediest tavern we can find.
Someone may have just asked this and I missed it because I got distracted by a text message, but what time is it?
It should
We
still be
haven't asked
morning.
yet.
It's bright and early. Yeah.
Morning.
Good,
You
just
just,
got done.
came into town after you woke up.
I mean, like a tavern right now.
No, you
Well, he said after.
you
the
didn't
library.
hear
after,
me.
after.
Well, he
I
admitted he didn't
told you
hear.
that I missed something.
Yeah, we'll just need to figure out. So if we're supposed to be here for a few days, we'll need to let Scrug know what's going on.
No, we're not staying here. We're going back to the encampment.
I'm guessing we're not staying in town.
No.
Hopefully, we're allowed to even leave town. I
Why
guess
not?
that's
They
my
let us in.
concern.
Should they let us out?
Right, but
I
we don't have our
mean-
papers yet
They didn't ask for our papers when we entered.
Yeah, but that might be
because
one of
we
those
admitted
things.
to needing to go get them.
Yeah.
I
Not
don't
to
remember the
leave, they might
sequence
want us-
of events being that way. They let us in before we asked about the papers.
Either
Mm.
way, JD is right. It's entirely possible that they,
They won't let us.
we
leave.
try to leave and they're like, no, you can't leave without the proper paperwork.
We'll get there when we get there, I guess. At the very worst, I can send my owl to Scrug with a note. Assuming Scrug can read.
Well, Scrug has lost 3 straight games of tic-tac-toe to goal. So
Jesus,
How do you
man.
lose tic-tac-toe as an adult?
Because I think Scrug is a child at heart.
Okay.
He's never been
Scrug can't
happier.
read or write.
So we're going to the library.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Going to the library.
Yep.
This is medieval times. It's a miracle if you can read and write.
So it's not too far. So you guys.
Well, it's
could,
definitely a miracle for a goblin. You can read or write.
Exactly. And that miracle didn't happen.
All right, so it's a pretty large place. There's a bunch of books around. It's not like a giant or by any means, but there's desks and stuff, people reading and being generally library like. You can't
Scholarly.
You can't tell anyone that like is in charge or anything.
All right.
Is there
a
anybody?
desk?
Sorry, JD.
Nope, you don't see anything.
Is
yet.
there
It's like-
anybody who looks like they're in there a lot?
Basically, who looks like the
Virgin.
nerd?
There's lots of scholarly looking people there.
Can I see if there's any of them that look approachable more than the others?
Sure.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'd like to see if I can identify anyone as like a fellow wizard.
Yeah, you definitely notice a few wizards.
All right. I'd like to talk to them then, but I don't know if Baron had something else in mind.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, then Baron won't lift a finger.
Yeah, I just figured that'd be the best person to ask. Like, they are probably here all the time and know where
Yeah,
things
that's
are
what
here,
I was thinking.
most likely.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna approach the first closest one, I guess. I'll introduce myself and ask if they, or I'll say that this is my first time at this library. How well do you know this place?
Oh, I've lived here all my life. I know it pretty well.
That's great. I guess are there any books that you'd recommend for a new
yeah.
wizard or for
there's
a
tons
lowly
of
wizard?
books, yeah, and then he lists off like he just keeps listing off books. He does.
Dragon hatching 101.
All right.
How to raise your dragon.
How to train your dragon.
I mean, he
How to
just
train your
listed out
dragon
general
2.
wizard books, nothing.
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. I'll say those sound great for me. I've got a friend back home who's really into dragons. Do you know if there's any books containing information about dragons?
Sure. Yeah, there's some dragon books. And he points you over in the direction of the children's area.
That's fair. That's
You
fair.
can find some over there somewhere.
Is there anything more about like the history? So like, okay, Rock, hold on, back up. Dragons were like real at some point, right? Like they exist,
yeah.
like they exist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they exist in this like world?
Yep.
Are they commonplace
We
or?
have an
I
egg.
wouldn't say
Well,
they're
I shouldn't say
common.
common. I shouldn't say commonplace, but
They are known.
they're known. Okay. I'll say anything. I guess. Let me rephrase. Anything about the study of dragons?
I have no idea. That's not what I'm interested in.
All right. Well, I appreciate your other suggestions. Have a great day.
You too.
And I guess I'll ask a similar line of questioning to another person until hopefully one of them helps us.
Okay. So eventually you get to someone who knows a little bit about that kind of stuff. He says, you'll probably want to ask the city wizard. He probably would have the most info on that.
Who's the city wizard and where can I find them?
He's in the wizard tower.
Classic. Classic. Wherever that is.
In the
Nope, that's
south
the
of
brothel.
town. South.
Oh, okay. South of town. Got it. All right. Well, I will return to the group then and let them know that the city wizard is the direction that I've been given so far. It's the only lead I have at this point in time, aside from children's books.
Well,
I say we check out the tower.
Agreed. All right,
Okay,
so I guess we'll head to the south side of town then, if there's nothing else.
Okay. Well, while you guys do that, we'll jump over to Scrug. So what
I'm
have
now
you-
arm wrestling goal.
Arm wrestling now. Okay. So in the middle of your arm wrestling, you see a not a group of people, probably like 3 people approaching your area. They just look like normal townsfolk, but they do look
Okay.
like they're approaching you.
hey, what?
Okay.
What'd you say there at the end?
They're just normal townsfolk, but they do look like they're approaching Scrug.
Got it.
Are you gonna do
I
anything?
tell Goal to go into like I set up like a lean-to over the top of the hole as well, and I tell Goal to like go back into the corner and get in my pack, essentially stay hidden.
Fun fact, you can't put gold in a pack anymore.
What?
Oh
Oh, were you putting him on your back?
no, I was
Oh,
like
okay.
whatever little backpack I carry.
I heard you say backpack, so I thought you were putting one on his back, on your back.
No. I just want to, hopefully he listens. I mean, go into the back. Go shoot in the backpack, and I'll kind of meet them a little bit away from the camp as they approach.
Am I controlling gold now fully, like in this scenario as well?
No, because you're not there.
So I don't. He's not my character to control when I'm not physically there.
Right. You're not physically there, so you can't tell him like what to do. You controlling him is basically you giving him like mental commands on what to do.
Okay. Can I say that I gave a mental command before I leave to listen to Scrug?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, he'll go and hide and all that stuff.
Okay.
As the people approach you, they ask, "Hello, what are you doing out here?"
Okay, listen, I don't know what experiences you've had with goblins in the past, but I'm cool. I'm not like a lot of them. I'm just kind of here to take a break. I'm passing through.
Take a break from what?
Well, from traveling, of course.
where you traveling to?
Well, up here, there, I just kind of bop around wherever there's wherever I
Yes.
can.
I'm trying to think of the word.
Wherever there's good hunting.
Hunting, huh?
Yeah.
What do you
I
hunt?
mean, it's well, usually
Is
deer,
there
but
one
especially
called-
around here with all these soldiers here, there's starting to be quite a few less game running around. So I'm probably getting ready to move out here in the next day or two.
Another one pipes up. You don't hunt people, do you?
What people? No.
You look like you hunt people.
Let me get. Now, who told you that?
I like that Rock put the redneck racist accent on for the racist character.
Important to note, Volk also stayed back and is hiding as well. He's not wrapped around my neck or anything.
Got it. My
The
mom
natural
said
born Tennessean in me is offended.
Mm.
it's just who they are. They're just people.
It's just who they are. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, there's humans that hunt other humans, right?
My mom said the goblins aren't the best people.
Well, a lot of us aren't. And to be honest, neither am I, but I don't hunt people.
Is this a facsimile of a Tennessee accent? I'm having trouble figuring out.
I mean, I'm not trying to make anything. I'm just trying to
He
make
just wants some twang, some country twang.
be noticeably different from the others.
Hey, on the bright side, at least his mom did think that goblin were people. They're just not very good people.
Step in the right direction.
All right, well, if you say you're good, I guess that means you're good.
This is
It's
some,
that easy, is
this
it?
is some Beverly
Here, man, if you say
Hillbilly
you're good,
logic.
I'm gonna go ahead and trust you.
There it is.
Thanks.
Question mark?
So the main one speaks up again. You gonna be sticking around for a while?
I don't know. As long as I got, as long as I can, as long as there's something to hunt, sure.
People typically don't camp right in front of the town, though. You can just go
Well,
into the town.
well, it's kind of a two-way street, right? Because obviously I make some people nervous, and some people make me nervous. So this kind of helps with that. If I just kind of stay outside the city walls.
Are there bunches of you goblins?
Nope, just me.
There's a lot of bedrolls here for just you.
Well, yeah, I have some friends, but they're not goblins.
What are they doing?
Some light reading, I think.
They left you by them yourself?
Light reading.
Well, yeah, someone's got to watch our campsite.
No lies have been told.
Okay, well, I guess good
Yeah,
luck.
well, it's getting that time.
Do the old Midwestern hands on the knees.
Anything else? I mean, were you guys just anything else I can help you with?
No, we were just curious as to why people are camping right outside town. That's very odd.
Yeah, understandable, but that's just this is where I'm comfortable.
Well, have fun. And then they head off back towards the city.
You too.
Do they ever do they walk away lackadaisically? Or are they keeping watching me as they walk away? What's
so
their
the
like
third one, the
demeanor?
one that didn't talk, you could tell he was like searching the camp with his eyes the entire time.
He was
and
eyeballing me.
Yeah, he's
the camp.
kind of like looking back a few times as they walk away.
Okay.
The other two don't seem like they really care that much.
Okay. Do I have materials to make like a impromptu tripwire? Even just a stick tied to.
Roll survival.
Never mind. I'll roll survival. Just like a nice little perimeter, not with advantage. I don't think I have any metal cans, balls.
No, you don't find enough stuff, and because like
Okay.
you're not in like the forest or anything, you're just in the open. There's
Sure.
really nothing that sticks out that you could see that would work.
Okay. I tell. I'm not going to unpoof. Yeah, I tell Volk and Goal to stay basically in the back of the lean-to from now on. played a little more low key than arm wrestling out in the open.
Sounds good. All right, back to the other group. You guys are heading. Are you just going straight to the wizard tower, or are you gonna do anything like on the way?
Are we going to the wizard tower today, or are we going to reconvene at the
I
party?
think we got plenty of time,
It's
right?
probably only like noon, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did
Because
want
don't
to
think we were in
stop.
the library.
I
for
did want to
too
stop by
long.
at the tavern.
Well,
Okay.
we got.
And you're just going by to the wizard tower without Scrug or the egg, right?
Yeah, I think we'll just
Yep.
see what
We're
kind of
gonna scout it
information
out.
he might
Okay.
have before we try and bring an egg into town or around town any closer than it already has been.
Sounds good. All right, so you guys travel up to the tower. Doesn't look in the best of shape. It does look like it's kind of fallen apart a little bit, but you can tell that it's still solid. There's like no holes in it or anything. It's got a normal door and all that, but it's not kept up all that well.
All right, I guess I'll knock on the door, see if there's any reply.
You don't hear anything yet.
Let's say, hello, is anyone there?
A little door slides on the front of it, and it's just one eye. You can't really make out anything more than just an eye.
Okay.
And you hear this, yes.
So again, I'll introduce myself. So I'll say, hi, my name is Aklon. I'm a wizard traveling through the town. Was in the library earlier and talked to that. Would I have gotten that person? I guess I introduced myself. So assuming the people also gave me their name, I'd
Yes.
say I spoke with so-and-so in the library, looking
Ron
for some
Smith.
information on dragons. And they said that they didn't know of anything in the library, but that you might be a person with considerable knowledge in that area, or at least considerable in comparison to everyone who was in the library.
Dragons, you say, huh? I don't have that information myself. I would need to check with my master on that.
Okay, who's your master? Where do they reside?
In the tower. He is not in right now, though.
I see. I my apologies. I had assumed you were the wizard. I guess I could only see your eye, so I couldn't really tell otherwise.
No apologies are necessary.
Proper.
I'll ask. Are they due to Are they due to return soon?
He should be back in the next day or two.
All right. Well, I'll be sure to return again tomorrow or the day after.
Very well.
Appreciate your help. Thank you. Take care.
Door slides closed.
All right. I'm assuming Baron and Ash were close enough to hear that, or did you guys stay back?
I probably would have been pretty close.
Yeah, I would have been right
Okay.
there.
All right. Then y'all heard. I'm like, well, I guess we'll have to come back for more information on the dragon.
Back to the camp.
But-
Now
Sounds like he might know something.
Tavern. Don't forget the
we
tavern.
go to the tavern.
Oh yeah, to the tavern.
The guy who I was so concerned about the tavern totally forgot.
Ugh.
So you said you were wanting to do a seedy tavern?
Yeah, you said there were 3 tiers, right? The bottom tier.
So we're
Bottom
going to
tier,
the
okay.
slums.
Yep. So let's see. I've got a few different ones here. All right. So there's several different inns and bars. I'll just start listing them off, and you let me know which one you want.
We're going to the goose one.
Don't have a goose one.
Oh, I'm surprised you don't have a goose one.
I'm gonna go to the restroom and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
We've got the Morning Wood, 6 to Midnight,
Nice.
the Twig and Berries, the Salty Dove, the Jolly Pecker, the Crooked Wand, One-Eyed Willie's, Teeny Weeny, and the Clam Hammer.
You said these are all the brothel names, right?
These are all the CD bar names.
I'm
Are they
very
around the
conflicted.
brothel?
Are they what?
Are they around the brothel area? I mean, the brothel isn't
I
near
don't-
the slums.
I don't feel like we can make this decision without Duke's input.
I don't think it's that important. But...
I mean,
They all lead to the exact same tavern that he's about to pull.
all right. I cast my vote.
5 weeks to like come up with a city, so
I
gotta come up with
cast my vote for the Morning Wood.
the Morning Wood. Okay.
Sure, that's
Solid.
fine with me. First
Solid.
One, the one that stuck out to me was Twig and Berry.
Did it stick out to you?
Sorry, stuck out at me.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
we can do
on the
Morningwood. That's
I mean,
good.
we can. Oh boy.
You guys are heading to the Morningwood. That is over in the. Let's say it's in the Old Town, somewhere in the Old Town.
All right.
And on the sign, there is a like the sign above the entrance. There's
The
like
sun rising over a tree.
There's a big tree. It looks like a weeping willow.
Okay.
Oh, it's it's Sadwood. Wait, is it spelled morning like crying?
Yeah.
Nice. I missed that part. Sorry.
I thought there was a chance, but anyway.
Okay. So
Right.
you walk in. There's a few people sitting around like the bar area drinking, but being it like early afternoon, there's not a ton of people yet.
Go buy a drink.
Okay. Bartender kind of directs you over to some seats. We'll have the barmaid get you out a few in a minute.
I wait patiently.
And then I guess we'll start listening. I guess how many people are here? Were we the only people here?
There's like 3 other people.
Yeah, I figured. So we didn't come during the busy hours.
The busy hours. The peak.
of 2 p.m.
Yeah, pretty much. So barmaid comes out to you. What do y'all have?
What do you have? Oh.
We got ale.
You're not trying to flirt with her.
Are you looking?
Okay,
for
so okay, I'll explain that response. My wife asks me constantly, "So what do you want to have for dinner?" And my response is always, "Well, what do we have?" Because I don't know what we have, or what are
That's
the
funny.
options.
It's funny. Duke, you missed some great tavern names.
So we thought long and hard.
About going to the Morning Wood.
We went to the Morning Wood.
Yeah,
did you hear all of them?
I heard Morning Wood.
That was good.
I did not mean to lean into it that hard.
Yeah, there's Twig
That's
and
what she
Berries
said.
and a couple other ones too.
This tonight's session, oof,
I like,
it's one for the books.
you know, if we were all in the same room, I would be concerned that there was carbon monoxide
I would be,
poisoning going
I would
on.
be dying of laughter, much like
This is ridiculous.
I would probably be laughing a lot more if we were in person. Okay.
He asks you, well, what are you looking for?
Beer if you have it, I guess.
Yeah, we got plenty of ale.
Bring it,
One
bring
copper.
it, bring it on.
All right,
So,
then
she'll head back and bring out one beer for you.
The singular beer.
I think that's what you asked for, right?
Yeah, but like she wasn't gonna take my friend's order.
one at a time.
No one asked for any more.
What he didn't describe is she only has one hand. I'll say that looks good. I'll have one too, please.
She goes and comes back and finally takes Ash's order.
And she'll look at Ash. You too?
Same.
All right. Let's come back with 2 more.
All right, now let's all, as players, remember the last time we were in a tavern and try not to repeat that.
Well, there's only 3 other people, so you're probably fine this time.
Well, I'm just,
There's no Torvar here, so.
That's true.
And again, Torvar was painted into an impossible situation.
I mean, I find it hard to disagree with you. So are we able, is Ash's elf ears able to pick up on any of the conversations happening around us?
There are no conversations. Every one of the three.
If we're just
people is
staring into their drink?
Yep.
Well, they are in a bar at 2 p.m.
That's
I don't
bleak.
think-
Yeah, Morning Wood is not a happening place.
All right,
Like, I
so
just think we're
Morning
here
Wood
at the wrong
dies
time of
down.
I was
day.
gonna say
Yeah.
maybe.
maybe we should have been here earlier.
Oh, that got him.
Maybe
That-
everybody's gone to the bathroom already.
Did that tip you over the point, G?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
We're good. Baron's going to suggest to the group that perhaps we try to come back to the tavern scene at night. We finish our beer, pay. Let's go back to Scrug. Come back. Plan to come back either tonight or early evening tomorrow.
I mean, I think we could just come back tomorrow, like evening. Stop at the Wizard late afternoon.
Yeah.
Come to the tavern for the evening.
Yeah.
That gives us the best time to, or the best window to hopefully have the Wizard be back.
Yeah. I agree.
Maybe our papers will be done.
Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe. So what do we think?
Yeah, sounds good. We can
All
go
right.
back to Scrug.
Finish the beer, pay for it.
Or at least try to go back to Scrug.
On
Do we want any, do we need any, like, supplies or anything before we leave?
Everyone, hold on. Everyone, roll a Constitution check. That's
what,
my
on the
favorite.
beer?
Just for one?
They
Well,
heathen
we're
beer.
tiny.
On the one singular beer?
Mine should be pretty low.
Check.
Y'all just got roofied. What happened?
Yeah, right.
One succulent Chinese meal? Oh no, we're carrying Ash back.
Yeah, but I'm big, like I'm not small, so like even a 6.
You,
How does he not have advantage on that roll?
It's so disgusting beer that you kind of half throw up, have it a little bit in your mouth.
Oh.
Like in my mouth a little bit.
Baron just kind of gives Ash a look of like, you wimp.
I mean, I guess
Not my
that's what
fault.
we
It's
get.
not any good.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Hold your liquor, man.
All right, yeah. Do we need any, like, materials or anything like that?
I don't think so, right? Like, all we need is food, and I'm sure Scrug has been productive and probably done some hunting.
If there's a goblin national anthem, he's been teaching that to Goal.
Just love all these side things that Doc has been doing.
Roll a performance check on that, Doc.
This just makes me think that.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Goal has even hopped in a little bit on that.
Nice. Some nice ensembles in the head.
I just want to believe that Scrug has been wanting to do this for years, but Volk is not a good student, and so he's been like trying to find someone
Finally
else he
have a
can
good
play
people.
all these games with and teach stuff to, and he's like, I finally found someone. Yeah, I guess I still have a potion of healing. We still have the small so I would have, I guess, at some point used detect magic on that small steel mirror. Did anything come from that? Or was that
Small
just a small steel mirror? That's what I have written down. I have a small steel mirror
Oh,
and a
yes.
hematite gem.
It is not magical.
Okay. Just it's the one thing I hadn't asked about in the past and I forgot to. So
Gotcha.
Does someone remember why I don't have any gold? Because when we started the game, I didn't buy a healing potion specifically, so I had starting cash on hand. And all I have in my inventory is the 50 we picked up this last time around. Did I do something stupid with it? Does anybody remember?
Doc has no money in
I don't
any
remember.
game he plays.
I enjoy playing that, but I swore that I specifically didn't buy a healing potion, so I had more cash for later on.
How do you have no
Like that.
gold?
That's what he's
I
trying
have,
to
I have
figure out.
50 from the last patrol fight.
Oh,
reward.
okay.
But he doesn't
But,
have
like,
anything on top of that.
in the
Huh.
I
beginning,
know there's a
Rock
huge
was like, "Hey, if you want to spend."
argument in the cave about you like keeping the gold. I remember that.
Yeah, but I didn't
Well,
like.
so quick check. How much gold does Baron and Ash have?
160.
I have 80.
Okay, because I'm at 95.
Why do I have
Baron's
so
got a
much gold?
Shitload from somewhere.
Why did you guys rob me in the middle of the night or something?
I did not. Wait, where did all that go? Wait, I thought everybody had the kind of the same amount I had.
Somehow I
'Cause I
like
know I've
paid
been
you or
holding-
done something
I'll
because
say, I
I
know
started out
I've
having
been-
more gold than everybody.
Was it to convince him to?
Oh yeah.
You did pay
No,
him.
was that this campaign? No, that was.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
did. I did.
did
I gave
happen
you
here.
a fat stacks because just to get you on board. Because
Yep,
you were the
that did
one that
happen.
was like, I don't want to really go get the egg, and I said, here you go.
That would make
I remember
sense
that
why
now.
you have about double what everyone else has.
Okay,
That
interesting.
happened, yeah.
That makes sense.
I
Okay,
thought-
that makes me happier. I just didn't wanted to make sure it didn't fly into the ether. It flew into your pocket instead.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, not double. I don't know why you have so much more, but
Yeah.
unless because we didn't find Ormond's body.
He's
so
got
you didn't
exactly
get
double
any
what I
money.
have.
Right, but if anything, Scrug is missing about 30 to 50 coins. That doesn't count for 80 of them that
Yeah.
G has additionally,
get
but
it.
whatever.
Peter
I
wants to
just
know
I'm holding our items from like
Peter wants
encounters
to
that
know
we've
what?
had.
why Ash hasn't stolen anything from anybody.
We want to know why you don't love us anymore.
Yeah. Look at this. We have a missing camera down here, Peter. We need to fill that missing camera.
Well, it's not on the screen.
It's
I've
not on
hidden
the
it.
screen.
But
just
zoom.
put it
Zoom
on there and just put
window
a
is
RIP
off.
Just a blank screen.
Ormond, R.I.P.
in memorial.
In memoriam.
In memoriam.
Yeah, I guess like I don't know if we want to do anything with the mirror or the gem, but I still have that ring, that potion, and that wind fan that we never divvied up to others.
The potion. Did you ever identify the potion?
Yep, potion of fire breath,
Hmm.
the wind fan, and then the ring of mind shielding.
So Baron considers the armor he got as his loot. So he's not necessarily looking for something.
That's fair.
Well, we should divvy that up because a lot of that was powerful. The ring of mind shielding is pretty strong. Somebody should.
Yeah.
I don't care who. Well, I'm not even there, so.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking because like I noted them all down at the beginning of the session, but then we didn't talk about it, so we can get that figured out later. All right, so we are going to pay and attempt to leave the city and return to Scrug.
Indeed.
Okay. Are you gonna head out the same way that you came in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. So as you approach the guardhouse, you get kind of up to where the guards are standing, and then you just keep on walking. And nothing happens.
Hey.
Hey.
These
Cool.
little Ozulians are much more hospitable than we thought.
Indeed. Perhaps we shouldn't have taken that one guy's
Well,
toes.
they did kind of ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did tell us to just kill them, so he said they were prepared to die.
Yeah. Well,
And to be fair, we only ate 5 toes and 1 foot.
we.
That'll heal.
Volk.
Yeah,
They'll
Volk.
buff out.
That'll buff out.
That'll buff right out.
All right, I guess
Um,
we'll head back to Scrug then.
Back to Scruggity Ruggedy.
So you
I was
guys-
trying so hard to come up with a small goblin anthem and I couldn't do it. You kept getting distracted. I relay the information of the trio that that I talked to, and also the sketchy guy.
Maybe one of you should stay here next time you guys go into town. I don't think a lone goblin's a little sketch, maybe.
We
In
would
game, out of
relay.
game, I don't expect anybody to split.
We would relay the fact that, like, hey, you know what? Turns out, like, town's in pretty good shape. We just walked in and right back out. No trouble.
Do we have our papers?
No, there's a bureaucratic logjam in our way, and it's going to be some number of days
Well,
we have
did we
to-
figure anything else about a dragon egg?
So,
Okay. Go ahead,
I was-
Aklon.
yeah, so I'll let them know that we have heard that there's the city wizard will be able to help us, but he is currently away from town and he won't be back until tomorrow or the day after. So we're gonna have to wait for him to return as well. So we can't quite leave the area yet.
And we can't, I guess, technically do any other like odd jobs because we don't have our papers.
Right. Were there so
What
in-
happened to Vinny and Torvar? You know, where's the rest of the guys?
We didn't get into that yet.
we didn't even
Yeah, I
go
mean,
that
we have to
way.
go back to the tavern when
We gotta
there's
go back.
Yeah. There's more happening.
Oh, you're going back. I see. Okay. Wait, it was called the Morning Wood?
Indeed.
Why is
Sure
it called
was.
that?
Well, see, there's this thing that happens when you wake up.
Well, to be fair, it was
And,
spelled MOURN,
and it was a
ING.
weeping willow.
and there was a weeping willow.
So it's a sad tree, not a
Stares
boner.
at you blankly.
The goblins have those parts.
Yeah, they got weenies.
Oh my god.
Rock, were there like so obviously there was an elf, a rabbit, and a fairy walking around town. How much did we stick out in comparison to other more
Mundane races.
yeah, the more mundane
The
races.
fairy and the rabbit definitely stuck out. for
But I
sure.
mean,
There's a fair amount of elves.
Ostensibly, there's just a crap ton of adventures here, judging by the paperwork.
Right.
What's the pie chart? Is it like
What's the pie chart? I
20,
need the
20,
statistical
20.
data.
human elf
graphic
dwarf, and then
breakdown,
just a
please.
smattering of the randoms?
I need the census.
melting pot.
Go with
Did-
75 humans, 25% elves, and 1% others.
All right, so the goblin would also stick out on top of. Okay, I wasn't sure.
If I was level 5, I could cast enlarge and be a normal size and not
Normal
look.
size fairy.
Huh?
Normal size fairy.
Yeah, well, like how what a normal size fairy,
Medium size fairy.
a normal size fairy. Like when I say normal, I mean like ash size. An ash size fairy. How different would I actually look from an elf? To somebody who would.
Wings,
Well,
pretty different.
from a distance. Anyway,
From
This is-
a distance.
it's a size.
That's the same thing that popped up in my head.
From a distance. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you could probably pull off being an elf, but that's not in, like outside of town. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So we go back to the campsite. So what are we doing now?
Go show them what you learned.
He starts humming a little bit. It's random too.
Gold doesn't actually make noise.
In our heads, you hear a nice little jig.
We can feel
Okay.
the song in our mind.
Okay.
So it's pushing 11:30. Do we want to do anything else? Do you
Yeah,
want to?
We'll save the rest of the town trip for next session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of my thought.
Sounds good.
I'm assuming you already have planned the wizard part, but maybe the bar part not so much.
Oh no, I don't have any of the plan.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Now you'll have a little bit of time.
Alrighty then. That
A
will be
note
it.
That
Think-
I am gone.
Next week.
Next week.
Is it the next 2 Tuesdays?
Yeah,
I
I
think
thought it
it's
was.
next
I
to-
thought it was every other.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's
No, it's
We have the
it's
next
next
4.
week and the 29th. Yeah.
yeah, and then I think the week after that too. Right?
Yeah, it's next week, then I'm back, then I'm gone for 2 Tuesdays in a row.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I will plan accordingly.
So I wanted to ask on the 22nd, is there going to be people gone for Thanksgiving or anything
Yes. I'll
like
be here.
that?
I will be
'cause
gone.
I was to say, I thought, gee, you guys did big family stuff around that time.
Yeah, I'll be gone that whole week.
Okay, so we might actually be off the next 4 then in a row.
Got it.
That's
I
the
can do
holidays for
Well,
something.
you.
I will not be
Nope,
doing
no,
any.
It is.
I will not be doing any one shot that Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, I can do a small one shot the 22nd. That's fine.
I'll be here. And
Yeah.
if people want
Nice.
to play, that's fine. If not, it's also fine.
Yeah, I mean, JD, Doc, you guys gonna be here for the 22nd?
Should be.
Okay, I'll put something small together with these characters here.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching,
Cool.
Peter. Coffee.